Okay, so thank you, Bernadine, for agreeing to do this listening space demonstration. And you already have experienced the process, so you know it starts with that question: what would you like to explore? So, what would you like to explore?
I'd like to explore the relationship with my sister.
Okay, the relationship with my sister.
Hmm.
So, as I'm repeating back your words, just notice if any resonate in particular for you, or there might be a little bit more sort of exploring to be done.
Hmm.
Okay, relationship with my sister.
Yeah, no, I think that, yeah, I had been thinking about, improving the relationship with my sister. I think it's more about exploring it and having it the right relationship for me.
Okay, the relationship, improving, exploring the right relationship for
I
you.
think it's the right relationship.
Right relationship for
Mm,
for me.
for me.
Let me just check then. Is it the whole of it or bits of it? Let's just see. Right relationship for me. Right relationship. Relationship.
I think it's the right relationship for me.
It's the whole thing.
Mm,
Okay, so that's the focus for the
mm,
exploration today.
mm.
Okay. What kind of right relationship for me is that?
Um, it has to work for me. It has to feel authentic for me.
Okay.
Um, um, I, we've been through different phases of this relationship, and ranging from I just do and say everything just to keep the peace, and ranging to no contact for a long time. So I'd like to have a relationship with my sister, but it has to be right for me.
Okay. So no contact for a long time
Mm,
and keep the peace
mm,
and authentic.
mm.
Anything else about right relationship for me?
Um, I think if I don't feel seen and heard, and if I don't feel respected, I'm probably better off to let the relationship go. I suppose I'm trying to think of find a way to try and have a relationship again, but one that works for me this time.
Mm. To find a way. And if you don't feel seen and heard and respected, let the relationship go.
Mm.
Mm. And whereabouts is right relationship for me?
Um, it's in my heart. It's in my heart. It's how I'm connected with my heart to my sister.
Mm. In your heart and how you're connected.
Mm.
Mm. And authentic.
Mm.
And is right relationship for me on the inside or the outside?
I I suppose it's both. It's largely on the inside for me. How it is for me. but obviously that relates to the external relationship with my sister. So I suppose it's a bit of both, but it's more in me,
More in you,
more in me.
your heart.
Yeah.
And does right relationship for me have a size or a shape?
It changes. It sometimes it's all engulfing, and sometimes it's very small.
Mm. Sometimes it's all engulfing,
Mm.
and sometimes it's very small.
And when it's all engulfing, it's bad. It's a bad relationship, and it's doing my head in.
Yep.
And I feel better about it when it's very small, but then I feel guilty that I'm not there for my sister if she needs me.
Mm. Okay. When it's very small, you feel better
Mm.
and guilty.
Yeah.
And when sometimes it's all engulfing,
Mm.
and that's bad. Does the right relationship for me have a sound?
It has that sound, a sigh,
Mm.
a sigh.
Yeah. A sigh. And your heart.
Mm.
And how you're connected to your sister.
Mm.
All engulfing. Very small.
Mm.
Is there anything else about the right relationship for me?
My sister's had a lot of health issues and mental health issues over the years, and I've been there to help her through it. And then um, the last time she contacted me last year, and she was telling me she was having a difficulty and she was going to die, and I wasn't available. I wasn't able to, and I told, and I advised her to call the doctor and go to hospital. And then I was checking in with her afterwards, but she cut off all contact with me because I wasn't able to drop everything and go.
Mm.
And it's been my birthday this week, and she sent me a present and a card, and it's the first time she's contacted me since last August. And I would like to be back in a relationship, but I don't want to go back into where I'm being manipulated again.
Mm.
So, yeah, I need to put the boundaries in place for me and not go back into that manipulated space where I was in before.
Mm. Boundaries in place and manipulated space
Mm. Mm.
in your heart, and it changes.
Mm.
Anything else about right relationship for me?
It's hard, I think, because when I'm just when I just am myself and just not watching everything I say, I end up saying the wrong things. So if I'm just being natural and chatting away, as you know, unless I'm monitoring everything I say, we'll end up in a row. And Feels exhausting.
Yeah.
Mm. It just feels exhausting.
Mm. Exhausting and monitoring everything I say.
Mm.
Being natural and boundaries
Mm.
and manipulated space.
Mm.
Anything else about the right relationship for me?
Yeah, I mean, part of me doesn't know and was quite happy to not have had a relationship, to let it go, and to I did feel guilty from time to time, and I worried about her, but in fact, it was I was much happier
Yeah. Yeah.
not to be getting phone calls and not to be having difficult conversations all the time. And she seems to be in a good space now, and I've often gotten sucked back in when she's in good form,
Yeah.
and I'm just so I've been getting some WhatsApp messages from her, and I even got a call, which I was just about when was I going to be home because she wanted to send me a gift, but that was it. And I don't want to talk to her.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to her. I'll keep it to the WhatsApp messages for now, but I suppose I'm anticipating the calls beginning again, and everything is, so I don't feel I can tell her all this
Yeah.
about how I feel because it gets dragged out of shape, and I get blamed for feeling this way. So yeah. It's the most difficult relationship in my life,
Yeah.
and I would like it to be easier, but it isn't.
Yeah. Mm. The most difficult and often sucked back in,
Mm,
and boundaries
mm,
and manipulated space
mm.
in your heart. Anything else about the right relationship for me?
Yeah, I think it's important that whatever relationship starts up, it has to be the right one for me, and that includes boundaries, and that includes me protecting myself. Uh,
Protecting myself?
yeah,
Anything else about the right relationship for me?
no, I think that's it. Yeah,
Okay. So I'm going to invite you to represent on paper what's arisen for you. Represent the right relationship for me. And that might be an image, might be some words, might be both. The right relationship for me.
Okay. Shall I show you?
You can do, yes. Okay. So, what do you notice as you look at what you've drawn?
I notice I want to be connected, heart connected to my sister.
Okay.
Um, and I want to have a boundary up for everything else.
Okay.
So when we can connect at a heart level, things are very good. Um, it's just difficult to stay there when other things can come in. So um, I suppose it's trying to recognize when it's a genuine heart connection and
Uh-huh.
when I feel it's I'm being manipulated.
Mm-hmm. Anything else about what you notice as you look at what you've drawn?
My sister looks happy and I look weary.
Yeah. So, what do you know now about the right connection for me? Sorry, the right relationship for me.
um, I think I I have to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
I have to take baby steps.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have to be able to say no when I feel I'm being manipulated,
Mm-hmm.
but yet I want to open my heart so we can connect. And that's the challenging bit.
Yeah. And what difference does knowing that make?
I suppose I'm compared to how I was a few days ago, I'm almost prepared to let it crack open again,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and just be mindful of focusing on a heart connection and and watching for manipulate for when I feel I'm being manipulated.
Mm. And would that be an okay place to leave
Yep,
this exploration?
yep. Thank you.
So I'm wondering, just to, as we've rounded off that listening space, what was your experience of being listened to in that way, being asked those questions?
Um, no, it was really good because people, my friends and family are kind of fed up of this
Mm.
saga that kind of continues on about this relate, and people tell me, "Oh, you should do this and you should do that and you should do the other thing." So it was great to be able to explore it without the feeling that somebody was going to tell me, "Well, here's what you should do,"
Yeah, yeah,
because it's a complicated relationship, and I don't really know what I should do, and
yes,
it's kind of finding my way through that, you
yeah,
know. And then just understanding, because other people don't see this heart connection that we do have. They
yeah,
just see the impact that the other shitty stuff has on me. So
yeah,
that was really good. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Mm. Thank you.